What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? It is I, James, redoptionagency.com. 23 years selling full time on eBay. And I don't know, what am I doing today? I don't even know. I'm actually just trying to build the big store. I think today is my main focus is going to be on clothing and such for the new store. I would like to get a nice 10,000 pieces in there and see where my numbers end up. Right now we're over 4,000. Let me take this offer real quick. Yeah, sure, why not? Who cares? Move the stuff. Man. Oh, what's today? Wednesday? Today is Wednesday. All right, so let's see what's going on today. What happened yesterday and such. So yesterday was an oddball day. I did a lot of sales. I had like $216 by 10. Everything was kind of done overnight. And then for like the next 7 hours, I did like $150. So still issues going on. And what I've noticed is let me see if it'll do it here live. When I go to delete, say the unsold, actually I better not do that right now because I had an item sell on TrueGather and it ended, and TrueGather doesn't tell me where it's located, only in here does when it ends it. But when I go to delete my unsolds, it'll pop up that it aired out and couldn't do it. And that problem for me started when they did the big changeover. The first changeover, was it the first or second? I don't remember. One of the two. Thursday nights. I think it was earlier on this account. And then once that error kind of just it triggered something in my head because it's one of the original errors that started like 3.5 years ago, that took my sales on a downward spiral when that started happening. I remember it because I called it in so many times and it would never get fixed. And then when it finally fixed, the numbers started going up. But then that other problem started with the numbers not matching with the actual amount I have listed compared to what the store shows. So I felt like the store went backwards a few years. And then on the second update, I think it was the 24th, my new store started doing it. And that's when my new store, let's see if it's still doing it. Like here today, you'll see my old store is in red and green when the percentages, and my new store started showing just black, as you can see right here. So that was an issue that was on my old store at one time too. So it feels like my new store has entered into the world of problems. And before I started switching things over, I think the 16th when I really started switching over, I didn't have no problems at all on this store. No issues whatsoever. We got to about the 24th, 23rd overnight, the 24th, or no, 24th overnight into Friday. And that's when everything started going wrong on this store. So whatever they did, updates on the 24th, started affecting this account. So, and that was the reason I started moving everything over, because this account was working a lot better than the old one, and I didn't have any errors on it. But now I'm getting not just different errors than my old store, but I'm getting the same ones when it comes to deleting unsold items on here too. It'll error out and say. And I think even Mel commented on my Facebook back from Burnout that she was experiencing, I don't know if she is as of today, but she was experiencing it too on her accounts. And she's got an Australian account. So What they're doing, I have no idea. Yesterday was kind of, I guess, kind of a bounce back day eventually. I ended up doing $129 on the new account and 618 plus the international. Let's see what that was for yesterday. Had all the international stores. So 655. So 755, almost $800. So a decent bounce back yesterday. My cost, that I got to look at more than just today because that includes from the day before also. So I have to do that. So hopefully it don't go too much over 50 on my selling cost now that I moved all my clothing out of this store, which is more of a balance when it come to 50-50. So like a $10 pair of jeans with $10 shipping. Well, that's 50-50 right there. So closer to it anyway. So we'll see. So today we're going on noon time. Almost time for the Primo Chemo live. But $312. So that's a hell of a lot better than it was at this time yesterday. But like I said, that's not saying much because things will just end for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, nothing will come through. And wasn't yesterday, I think it was the day before, like, was it yesterday? I don't think it was yesterday. I had my last sale at 10:18. Then for 2 hours, nothing came through until 12:18, exactly on the minute. So, as you know, that's happened so many times per week for me that it's more than just a coincidence thing. There's something to it. Why does the account either get backed up or get shut down for literally an hour to 3 hours on the minute? And, I have no answers for that, but I have no answers for a lot of things, but I'm just trying to not think about it too much anymore and just try to keep listing. Like I've said before, if we just keep listing, the way I'm kind of looking at it is if I keep listing, can I double what I'm doing now with double the items I have with the crappy website? And so that's where kind of my head is experimenting with that. And then hopefully that over time, things will start going back up again. As you can see here at the beginning of the month, this is where I was for a month and a half, where I was averaging $850 a day when you add in the internationals and the other store. I was averaging $850 to $900 a day. And then when October 10th came around, it started changing things a little bit. And then October 17th was another change. And then October 24th was another change. So it's just been feeling very off compared to the way it was. It feels like we took a step backwards. They always say you got to take a step backwards to move forward, but we'll see what happens. But I don't know. So my goal now is to try to get this number up, being that I moved 4,000 items out of this store, so I have no clothing items selling, which is more of a higher rate per item. So this store is taking a hit for that. So I've just been trying to pound through some media, but I think I'm going to switch for the next week, clothing for the new store and tons of hats into this store. I think that the difference I'm going to be able to make in bringing that number up over here, the quickest and easiest way for me is hats, because I still got like 9 cubes filled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cubes filled with hats right here, not counting the tens of thousands I have in storage and or the hundreds I could get every day, twice a day if I wanted them. So I'm going to really turn focus to hats and clothing probably for the rest of the year. Still going to do the media with the Seller Champ to get it up quick. for about an hour or so a day. And then at the same time, I'm also cross-listing to Vendoo. We're using Vendoo, affiliate link below if you want to use it, and building up the Posh store again. I ended up ending everything in Poshmark so I could sync it with the new store. So I've got the whole new store, except for what I've just listed today so far, over into Vendoo. You can see 3727 active that's not listed onto Poshmark yet. So I go through here. I spend about an hour a day and put up 100 to 150 a day onto Poshmark in order to try to get that one back up. I was at 3,000 items when I ended everything, and I think 500 or so of that is like the sold items that still kind of show up as listed. So by the time I'm done, I should have, well, it's going to keep rising, but I'll get back over that, hopefully back over that 3,000 here shortly, and see if I can get the numbers back up over here. I do know that when they had switched the fees, my sales kind of vanished over here, but since they switched back, it's been okay. So this item and this item, when I started moving everything back over, so I've only sold 2 items over here since is that right? Yeah, I guess so. Only 2 items over here since no. Well, yeah, maybe so. Because when I started moving stuff over again, I think the wallet was the first thing I sold. And then I sold. Yeah, maybe so. But then again, that started later. So yeah, that just started not too long. Maybe 4 days ago or so. So still kind of slow over here, but I don't really have much over here yet. So, so we'll be working on that. The only thing that won't be over here now is hats, because hats are in my old store. So all these hats that sold, it's going to take away from them, but it'll add, all my shoes, all my other clothing will be over here. So, and then maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll see on Vendoo if I can link 2 stores. I don't know if I can or not. And try moving hats over too. But I don't know, we'll see. But that's just kind of a, it's just a daily priority for an hour and a half or whatever I feel like putting into it. When I can't get motivated to do something, or I feel like I'm hitting a wall, I'll come over here and start cross posting, and then I could sometimes get lost into cross posting and you can get 100 if you got all your items pulled over into here. You can get 100 items into Vendoo in an hour. I mean, into Poshmark using Vendoo in an hour. It's pretty simple and quick. Like this men's. Wait, let me go down a little because that one might have been listed yesterday. Here's one. Men's 2XL t-shirt. You just click on it. You click the Poshmark. You come down. Short sleeve tees. Sometimes you have to refresh this. Hit size. This will be big and small, big and tall. 2XL. Oh, no, 2XL isn't standard. XX. Okay. No, wait, what's going on here? Short sleeve tees, standard. Oh, did I hit wrong big and tall maybe? Yeah, hit the wrong big and tall. Anyway, and list, and that's all there is to it. And you just keep going back and forth doing that. So, women's t-shirt, medium, Poshmark. Women's top, t-shirt, refresh, medium, list. So that's simple. It pulls them over. Just all you do is sync your store to it, and it pulls them all over. So it's really easy to use. So that's what I'm using for that. I got to see if I can put this glove over there. I haven't checked yet. That's why I've been passing that one up. But so that's what I'm doing right now. And let me go ahead and start the cross sharing. I use the flip to share them. So I don't have to worry about that. Today on this store is kind of slow start, 12:35. But I think I took some offers. They just haven't paid yet. I actually had 4 offers that came through overnight that I took. So that was a high for this store. So it's good to see that. And then my offers to watchers have grown. Actually, they were almost the same as this store as they were my old store this morning. I had like 36 to send out this morning on this store and 46 or 48 on the old store. So it kind of looks like that this store is still getting more attention than my other store. Let me go here. So again, this number's not correct. There's actually over that now. Today I'm putting up a bunch of just skirts and dresses and women's clothing that I bought at a yard sale this past summer that's just been sitting over here on the shelf forever. So I'm getting all this stuff listed and then going to get it cross-posted to Posh today also. Just to see if I can get any of that stuff moving. So yeah, I took an offer on this and this. And there was two others. I guess they're not showing up over here. So a couple more of my home goods stuff. So that's good to see. This was an offer for $14, and they bought this one also. So I took that. So steadily just working it, and hoping eBay gets their stuff together soon. I didn't realize that sold. I just put that up too that day, that same day, I think. It's already purse selling over here too. So it's good to see the purse. Like with my old store, I rarely sold a purse. And now since I moved it over to here into Posh, I sold the one on Posh and the one on here already. So actually, I think I might have sold another one on here earlier. This bag. So I call that into the purse category, purse and bags. But yeah, I don't know. So, that's just where I'm at today. So about $525, $325 today, going on noon. Let's see what's been selling over here. I'll try to do, if there's enough to ship, I'll do a shipping video in the morning also. CD. Another rubber ducky. Rubber ducky, you're the one. You make bad time lots of fun. It's good to see other stuff coming through because it felt like that stuff was just being. Like I got so much just common stuff in the store, it always feels like that is just kind of hidden. Which makes me wonder if I should pull more out of this store and create another store of just, stuff. Just put this up last week, one of Jan's Christmas ornaments. And just move all my kind of oddball stuff to its own store. I don't want that many stores to take care of, though. I really don't. No, that didn't sell. Let's see. I need to find a way to start pushing these cards again. They've just been sitting for quite a while. I've been ending and selling similar some of this stuff. If you see a date that's out of whack, it's because I ended and sold similar. And there was like more than one, so it ended the listing. That's where I'm at. So even a comic book sold. Yay. I always pick all these, like if you're at the Benz and you see just like a CD or DVD set, no barcode, and it's just something odd, always look it up. If you don't just buy the stuff like I do. Always look them up. This was like, I think there's several discs to an 8-disc set or something, but $40 out of it. So what it is, I don't know. All I can tell you is what it says on there. So And usually the Goodwill don't mess with those because they don't have a barcode on them, so they just throw them into the bins. So there can be all kinds of good value in those kind of disc sets. It was a cancel, and he had to change his address, and then he rebought it. But yeah, just trying to stay in that positive mind frame, because like I said, I should be doing $1,100-$1,200 a day at this point, and to see everything go down the way it has with the last couple of updates was very deflating for me. So almost like just that one error alone, like I said, just took me back, and I'm like, no, I cannot let it take me back there mentally. Like, just no, don't do it. But at least the last 2 days, I will say, was a nice rebound toward the end of the day. It was like a nice beginning and a nice finish. So today we've got a nice beginning. If it's like these 2 other days, it's 12 o'clock right now. I'll probably have a few hours of nothing, then a couple of hours with one item selling, and then maybe a pickup after 7 or 8 p.m. like the last 2 days if it follows the same pattern. So we'll see. Try not to think too much about it. So I was checking like some of my stuff yesterday in incognito, and like before, when I would have huge sale days, like I always had several items on the first page of search. And like, so I did my baseball hat search yesterday, and nothing on the first page. I expanded it to 240 items. I finally found one down toward the very end. And I'm like, why can't I compete on this first page anymore? What's stopping this? I promoted 13%. All my numbers are good. Top rated plus, etc., etc. Why are my items not being pushed like they used to on the first page? And so that was a kind of a question I came up with yesterday, and like try to spin my head like, I'm not doing nothing differently, but what do I need to do? Do I need to in and sell similar every day on my hats? Will that help it get there? So that's what it feels like. You have to kind of cheat the system to make things play out in your favor these days. So I don't know. But that's what I was playing with yesterday. Anyway, I'm getting back to work here. Going to start getting more stuff listed into my store, my clothing store. Going to click, I guess, play on the live Primo Chemo, which probably just started. It has some background noise as I list, and I will see you all in the next video. Later. Actually, let me click live while
it's ticking in front of your TV.
Oh, now I'm going to get popped for an infringement trademark because of a song playing. That's fine. Let me go live. Oh, that is live. All right. Enough. I'm out. Later.